Welcome back to the JDW Sports Talk Show. In today's episode, I will be instantly grading the Indianapolis Colts draft class. By instantly, I mean, I'm not really gonna be, how should I say it? I'm not really gonna be predicting how they're doing. I'm gonna more so grade it on like the value and like how much of an impact I think they will have. You know, so yeah, kind of predicting. So let's get right into it. So, with our first pick in the first round of the 2021 NFL Draft, at the 21st overall pick, the Indianapolis Colts select Kwitty Paye from Michigan. A really solid edge rusher. People have been mocking to the Colts for quite some time now, and he's a Ballard guy. He's got a great character, very athletic, big guy for edge. He's ran one of the fastest cone drills in history. He's just an amazing dude, and then he has that amazing character. That thing with his mom, and now he goes on Twitter and says his mom can retire, and just being a great character, being a great guy, and that's one of the big things that Chris Ballard looks for. And he kind of reminds me of Jabal Sheard with a lot more upside at pass rush. Jabal Sheard was one of our best run stoppers for quite some time, and I think Kwitty Paye will kind of be like Jabal Sheard to start out. He'll get maybe 5, 6 sacks for this season, and he'll be a really, really solid run stopper. I can see him having a season like that. But Kwitty Paye has DeForest Buckner. He has Big Grove helping him out. They have some guys on the defensive line that Jabal Sheard didn't have, so maybe that helps Kwitty Paye a little more as well. So. I'm not saying he is Jabal Sheard, and no, I'm more so saying he's kind of a Jabal Sheard with a lot more upside at pass rush and in all parts of his game, and much more athletic. So yeah, my grade I would probably give Kwitty Paye is maybe I'd give it an A-, a B+, something like that. It was a very solid pick. A lot of people had him going here for a while, and I think this was a really good value pick for the Indianapolis Colts. And then you go to their second pick. I think this was a really solid pick in Dayo. He is a freak of nature. This guy in Dayo, he can really move for how big he is. The dude is like 6'6", 285. He's got long arms, massively long arms, massive wingspan. He is in the 99% quartile for wingspan and arm length. So, it's something, I'm really excited to see what this guy's going to bring to the table, just like Kwitty Paye. But I think this guy, the only thing that's going to suck about him is that, he had that Achilles tear late January. But you know what? It's whatever. I'm willing to wait for a guy with this talent and this upside. This guy is a freak of nature. He is so big, and he can play anywhere. He can play defensive tackle. He can play edge. He could play anything. He's very versatile on the defensive line. A very solid guy that Ballard picked up here on day 2, his first day 2 pick. I just really love this guy. To be honest with you, this is probably my favorite pick. Yeah, I really like the Kwitty Paye one. That's an awesome pick too. But I just like the size of this dude, and for how big he is, he moves. This dude's a truck, and he moves like a car. He moves like a little car. But he's a big truck, so he's weird analogy. But what I'm trying to get at is that he moves extremely quick for how big he is, and he's strong too. So I'm excited to see what he has to bring to the table for the Colts in the pass rush. So that's what I got for him. I'm probably gonna give this one, probably a B, just because it's you can't really. I don't know. It's just hard to give grades, or it's hard to give grades so early when you really don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know how they're gonna play year one. It's just it's kind of hard to give grades, but I don't know what I'd really give this guy. I'd probably give him an A because I love him so much. I love the upside. Even though the Achilles tear, it's okay. We had the same kind of situation with Julian Blackmon. You gotta stay patient. Okay, and then we go to our second day 2 pick. You have the speedy tight end and Kyle Granson. I was excited for this guy too. I know some people really weren't happy with some of the picks in this draft, especially the last 2. And then, a lot of people were really mad about us not picking, a tackle and Christian Darrisaw that fell right into our lap. But, you know, Chris Ballard has reason, and you got to trust Chris Ballard. You got to trust him, trust the process. Chris Ballard knows what he's doing. If he liked Christian Darrisaw more and he thought Christian Darrisaw was the real fix at left tackle and he was going to be a great left tackle, he would have picked him. He would have picked him. But he likes Kwitty Paye more, and he likes Kwitty Paye's character more and his talent. He just likes him more. And then you have Kyle Granson, who has a great story, and he's a great. I mean, no, why am I saying great? But he is a great value pick. He's a really good vertical threat. He's fast. His run after catch, his yards after catch are amazing. He kind of reminds me of a more athletic Trey Burton, which kind of makes sense, because Frank Reich loved Trey Burton. So that really makes sense with Kyle Granson. I can really see him and Frank Reich really scheming some nice things up. Giving a vertical threat to a tight end room that was kind of desperately needed. Yeah, Mo Alie-Cox is a really good tight end. He's a really good, solid, big tight end with huge hands. And he can make those big contested catches, but he's not a downfield threat like this guy is, and Kylan Granson. And then you look at Jack Dayo. He's a jack of all trades. He's a really good blocker. He's not really a vertical threat, but he gets the job done and he's good at everything. He's not gonna wow you in anything, but he's good at everything. He's really damn solid at everything. So I think Granson is a good guy that really needs some work on his hands a bit. But he's fast off break. He could cut. He could get separation. He is 6'1", so that's a little smaller for a tight end, but he's kind of like a speedy receiver at tight end, a big speedy receiver at tight end, which is pretty cool if you ask me. I'm excited to see the mismatch nightmares that he's going to create on the defense side. It's going to be fun. And then you have the safety we got from Florida, and Sean Davis, I believe his name is. He's a hard-hitting safety. He's not scared to get down in that box and really make a hard hit and really let the offensive guys know that he's there and he's not scared to come down and make a big hit. Another great character guy as well. He's a really good character guy. He's very hard playing and he loves playing the game of football. And when you turn on the tape, you could see it. He flies all over the place and he just has fun. And he has amazing character. And Chris Ballard loves these guys. And I really love this pick. He's a hard-hitting safety. He's good safety depth because as we've seen last year when our safeties went down or someone went down in the secondary, it was rough. In that Steelers game, I hate to bring it up, but if you look in that Steelers game, Curry Willis went down for a little bit, and Tavon Wilson and George Odom didn't really get the job done. They really struggled against Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers offense. An offense they really shouldn't be struggling with. That is not really a great offense. Ben Roethlisberger is aging and stuff, but that's another topic for a different video. But I'm really happy to get this Sean Davis. I'm not gonna say he is Bob Sanders. Obviously he's not, and I'm not gonna put him in those massive shoes. But the way he plays, it kind of reminds you of Bob Sanders. He's a big hitter. He loves hitting hard, and he loves coming down the box. He loves being a hard-nosed safety. He doesn't really have the length to be a free safety. But, I'm really excited to see Sean Davis come in and really lay some big hits on some, opposing players that the Colts play. I'm really excited to see that. So, yeah, and then our next pick, the Colts kind of surprised some people with the Sam Ehlinger pick. He's from Texas, I'm not going to say really solid, but, he's in the 6th round for a reason, but Sam Ehlinger could come in and really compete with Jacob Eason for that backup job. I don't really see him beating out Carson Wentz for the starting job. It's not going to happen, but I'm really excited to see him come in and really challenge Eason and make some competition at that quarterback spot, which is really needed. I don't think Jacob Eason. I don't think Chris Ballard is a big fan of Jacob Eason. He's not. He did have some character issues coming out of Washington, and Sam Ehlinger is the complete opposite. He loves playing, very hardworking. He has great character, and if you're noticing a theme in this video, Chris Ballard loves those high character guys. You know, he loves those guys that just wants to play hard and they just love football. So, you know, a good pick to give Easton some challenge, some competition for the backup quarterback position. And then you have Mike Shaw, which I believe is how you say his name, or Mike Strawn, something like that. But, you know, I'm excited for him to come to Indy. I'm excited to see him in blue and white. He's, you know, a big body wide receiver who can jump up and make those contested catches that you want him to make, you know, going down the sideline. You know, he does have some things to work on, but, you know, at that small school in Charleston, he really dominated. And, you know, if you're going to, you know, even try to make the leap to the NFL, you probably should dominate in those lower leagues against those smaller cornerbacks and such, you know. It doesn't always happen, but you know, it's knowing that he dominated a competition that's much less than him is something good to know. And then you have, you know, the last pick, you know, the Colts pick, Will Fries out of Penn State, very versatile offensive lineman. You know, I think he's going to come in and be a backup. You know, he's going to compete for being a backup. You know, he's very versatile. And then you know, this guy has high character as well. All these guys do. You know, he's going to come in and he's going to be versatile. You know, one of the things that we really were lacking last year was offensive line depth, and you know, Chris Ballard went out there and got that depth. You know, and I'm excited for Will Fries. You know, he's a very versatile guy. Like I said, he played all spots at Penn State. He played left tackle, he played left guard, he played center, he played right guard, he played right tackle. So a very versatile piece, you know, a very versatile, you know, backup, which kind of reminds me of Joe Haig, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm really excited for this Colts draft class. You know, this honestly is probably one of my favorite draft classes that they've had recently. You know, I'm really excited for this one. You know, Kwitty Paye, Dayo, the speedy tight end, and Kylan Granson, and you got the hard-hitting safety and Sean Davis. You got the quarterback from Texas to give Easton some competition, and Sam Ehlinger. You got a wide receiver from a small school guy, and he has great character. Big body receiver, can go up and make those big body catches. And then you have Will Fries, who is going to be a very versatile piece to the offensive line and a very valuable piece to the offensive line, being a backup. So, yeah, I think you guys watching this video, and I'm really excited for this draft class, like I said. And you know, I'm probably gonna give this draft class a B plus. Really excited. You know, I would give it an A, but you know, we didn't address left tackle. But you know, the value we did get was amazing. So you know, I'm really happy about this draft. You know, and I guess we will see where Chris Ballard goes with left tackle. Does he end up trading for one? Does he end up trading for a veteran? Does he end up signing a veteran in Russell Okung, Eric Fisher? Maybe he goes with someone like that. But you know, only time will tell, and we will see. Maybe he likes Will Holden, the left tackle. Maybe he likes Sam Tevy. Maybe he likes Julian Davenport, which I don't agree with. But, you know, it's Chris Ballard. You got to trust the process. So, let me know what you guys think. I'm really excited to see this draft class. I thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy, leave that subscribe and like button. And I'll catch you later.